Today we're making cottage cheese flatbread. So I have 3 spotty bananas in my bowl, and then I just added in 1/2 cup of cottage cheese. And I am just mashing this all together with a fork. So like I said, it's best to use spotty bananas for this recipe because they are gonna be a main sweetener. We don't wanna add a whole bunch of sugar because we're keeping this a healthy banana bread. So we're using spotty bananas, 3 of them, plus 1/2 cup of cottage cheese. This is gonna add a great texture to the banana bread and also add some protein. So once we get these bananas mashed, we'll add in the rest of our ingredients. And I cannot wait to try out this cottage cheese banana bread. So this is about the consistency that we're looking for. It's okay if your bananas aren't completely mashed, but for the most part, we want them to be fully mashed. So I am going to now add in 2 eggs. So we have protein from both the cottage cheese and the eggs. So it's gonna be a high protein banana bread. So for our sweetener, I'm adding in 1/4 cup of honey. So just a little bit of extra sweetness to bring out that natural sweetness in those bananas. Just 1/4 cup for the entire loaf, which is going to end up being a pretty low sugar banana bread. Next, I'm adding in 2 cups of oat flour. So I just blended up 2 cups of oats right in my blender, and that creates oat flour. A little bit more in there. So 2 cups of oat flour. We're gonna do about a teaspoon of cinnamon, maybe a little bit more because I love cinnamon in my banana bread. About a teaspoon of salt, about a teaspoon or 1/2 teaspoon, depending on your taste preferences, of salt, and then 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Now we're gonna give all of this a good mix until it is fully combined. You wanna mix it really, really well, especially because we are only using 1 bowl. So you wanna make sure everything gets fully combined. You know me, I love my 1 bowl recipes. The less dishes I have to do, the better. So after stirring for a couple minutes, everything should be nice and combined. It already smells amazing. So next, I am going to stir in some chocolate chips. Just a few. I don't really measure my chocolate chips, I just measure with the heart. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my loaf pan that I have lined with some parchment paper, and I'm just gonna pour my batter right into my loaf pan here. Look at how good this looks. High protein, gluten-free, delicious, low sugar banana bread. And more chocolate is always a good idea, so I'm just gonna add a few more chocolate chips on top before we place this banana bread into the oven. All right, this looks good and it already smells good. So I have my oven preheated at 350. So we are gonna place this in the oven, and then I cannot wait to do a taste test of this cottage cheese banana bread. All right, it has been about 40 minutes and our banana bread is looking nice and golden brown, and my kitchen smells amazing. So I am assuming this is done. So I'm gonna let it cool and then we'll slice into it and try it out. So one more thing while these chocolate chips are still warm, I love adding a little sprinkle of sea salt on top. It really brings out the chocolate flavor and it looks pretty. So that's my secret little hack for my banana bread. All right, I have let our cottage cheese banana bread slightly cool, but it looks so good that I just need to dig in, even though it's still a little bit warm. So I'll set that aside. Okay, so the moment of truth, let's slice in to our cottage cheese banana bread. Look at that consistency, it is perfect. It's like a little bit crispy around the edges and then perfectly moist on the inside. That's exactly how I like my banana bread. I'm so excited to try this. We have a friend, Lottie, here. She's been helping with all the recipes today. Lottie, you can't eat banana bread, it has chocolate. I cannot believe how perfect this turned out. It's the perfect consistency. So it's gluten-free, high in protein because it has that cottage cheese and the eggs. Ignore my puppies running around in the background. We have our chocolate chips, super easy to make and healthy. It's made with oat flour. So let's give this a try. You can see all these melty chocolate chips on top. I'm so excited. Okay, let's give it a try. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is so perfect. I am not joking when I say I don't think I'm ever gonna make banana bread another way. It's so perfectly moist. No one would ever guess that this is healthy. Let me know in the comments if you would try this recipe, and if you do try it, let me know what you think.